Hi everyone, Stuart here at Easy Report Pro, and we are excited to introduce a new feature. As you know, we're very careful how we implement AI into our platform. That said, used strategically and properly, it can be a great tool. And so along that line, we're introducing our AI generated recommendations and goals. What that allows you to do is enter in your assessment scores and have Easy Report Pro automatically generate a series of recommendations or goals based on those classifications. So before I show you how to do it, I want to make two quick points. One, as you know, clicking on the question mark usually gives you a video for that section. As we add more features, you'll notice now all of the videos associated with that particular page are going to be available for you. And as we add new videos, continue to click that question mark and you'll be able to get access to those. In addition, it's a great spot to send us some quick feedback about just feedback on the platform or ideas for new features as well. The other piece to show you is when you add a new resource, we've added an extra button over here for extras and AI tools. So instead of having to scroll through everything, when you click on that, all of our extras and goals and AI generated tools will be easily available for you to add to your report. Now, on to the feature itself. You can see I've got a general report here with a couple of assessments in it. Our cell 5, if I go ahead and view that, we'll see it's generally average, but I do have a couple below average subtests. And similarly, in the GFTA as well, I have a below average section. So when I go into the AI generated section, you'll see I'm presented with a list of classifications for the assessments that I've entered. So in this case, I want some recommendations for just my below average subtests. So I click generate those. AI is going to go ahead and see what assessment subtests are there. In this case, formulated sentences, sounds and sentences, and word classes, and go ahead and generate a series of 5 recommendations for those. So what I can do, first thing I'm going to do is just add a quick header up here so that we can have that here to show that these are our recommendations. Now what you can do is go ahead and just look through and pick the specific recommendations that you're going to want as a part of your report. I click Add Selected, and now this becomes similar to what our standard goals and recommendations are. You've got your heading up here. That can be any type of description that you want. And then you've got your selected recommendations. Now let's say you have these, you don't quite see what you're looking for. I can go ahead and select this again and click Delete Unused and Regenerate. What that's going to do is anything I have not previously selected, it's going to go ahead and delete those and generate a whole new set. As you can see, I have those here. I can go ahead and select anything additionally that I want as a part of that and add it into there. Moving on to the goals section, it's a very similar setup, except for one piece. I'm going to update that. You'll notice I also have an optional target percentage. So if I go ahead and click below average here and I enter in 80%, what this is going to do is generate those goals, but with a specific arena for 80% accuracy. And so in here, I can go similarly, go ahead and select a few of them, click Add, and now I've got those in there. Now, when I return to my report and view, as with all AI generated information, we put anything AI in red to make sure that you remember to go back and double check the accuracy. Now, the last thing I want to point out here is the additional feature of being able to add these to your personal library. So the idea is not necessarily to use these features all the time, but to use them to generate a library to be able to create goals and objectives, goals and recommendations that you can add into groups along the way. So if I go back in here, you'll see under my selected, I can add these to my personal library. So if I add to my personal library, this is going to pull me away from the report, but go in and you'll see I've got all of those recommendations here. In addition, what Easy Report Pro has done is changed all the names and genders into our auto-populate codes. Now, it's usually pretty good, but you'll want to obviously double check to make sure. So I can go ahead and select recommendations here, click next step, and then I can pick the category that fits. I'm just in this case just going to say expressive language, and now here they all are. If I want to make any changes, reword them a little bit, this is the time to do it. I can go ahead and make any changes, and then I can click add down here. Now those have been added to my own personal library. So if I go into goals and recommendations and I search, if I go into expressive language, all of those that I just added are there for me. Now, where this comes in handy is if you want to create your groups. And doing that is a great time saver. You can group sections of goals or recommendations together for use instantly in one click in a report. And to take a look at more information on that, check out our videos on creating groups. We hope this feature helps. Have a great day and happy reporting.